Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys some of the items that you guys can sell as a miner in Stormblood to make some gil. So this list pretty much is half of the gatherer's log for miner. There is a lot of good items to sell as a miner in Stormblood and everything is mostly relevant. Alright, so again, just to let you guys know that on my server, things can be cheaper or more expensive depending on your server, so do not take our prices that seriously. Alright, so the first thing on this list is going to be copper nickel sand. Copper nickel sand is the base item that is to make copper nickel nuggets. So as you can see here, they are decently priced even though high quality all over the place. You can look straight into the sales history and you can see they have been selling all day today, even though it's been by one person. They fly off the shelves because copper nickel sand makes the nuggets, and the nuggets is used in Silvergrace ingots. So that's why copper nickel sand is so expensive. Alright, so the next is going to be Crescent water. Now, the Crescent spring water is used in a lot of things. The infusion potions for alchemists, the grade 2 racewees, and of course Pallium ink. So, also the cunning craftsman's tea that I so love to use in my crafting videos. The most crucial item to make with the Crescent spring waters. So you see here, only 11 hits. They are pretty decently priced and expensive. Sales history, even though it's not too great, as you can see, they do sell quite well. Not too many high qualities though. Honestly, towards end game, you don't really need no high quality anyway. So mostly just sell normal quality. Next is going to be the Dolman iron ore. So as you can see, there's a lot of hits on this, about 35. High quality again is all over the place because you know it's Gilgamesh. But the sales history, even though it stopped for 2 days, they have been selling quite well. And it seems to be stacks of 99 because you need a lot of these just to make the ingots that go with it. And those are going to be called the Shigani ingots. As you see here, you need 4 just to make 1. And those are actually used to make the Tamahagani ingot. So next is going to be, it's either called Stiper Stone or Stipper Stone. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce this. I probably just butchered it. But this is basically to use for making jewels. So only 16 hits. It's not that expensive as the other stuff, but the high quality seems to be really, really expensive. And of course people are stupid enough to pay for that. But again, they've been selling pretty decently the past 3 days. But it is basically used to make the Tryphon stone, the azurite. Let's see what else is there. The star spinel. Let's quickly go into goldsmith real quick. Let's go with stone. So Tryphon, the kyanite, star spinel, the azurite, the Imperial Jade, and the Rhodonite. So it's pretty much all with all the jewels. So that's why they're so extremely expensive and high quality. Alright, the next is going to be the copper ore. The copper nickel ore, actually. This is to make copper nickel ingots, which is actually used in a wide variety of recipes. So we go with the ore. So not as expensive as the sands, but they still are a decent seller for the mid-level crafter. So high quality seems to be dominant over the normal quality, and they sold again great today and on the 10th as well. Not so much the other day, but again, it also depends how many people are on during the week. So basically, they're just to make copper nickel ingots, basically. Next, raw azurite. Now these are tied behind time nodes, And these are, ooh, we're getting to the big money here. These are expensive as all hell, because the azurite is actually used in the 3-star recipes, which is a reason why they're so expensive. Let's look at the sales history. As you see, high quality has been dominant on my server, and they've been selling perfectly wonderful the past 2 days. Definitely something you guys want to stock up on after you've got your miner up to 70, because you're needing raw azurite as for collectibles to get your miner to 70 really quick. Next is going to be the Durham Sand. Now, the sand, decently priced here. There's a lot of hits, about 49. They have been better undercutted than the other stuff. But these are to make Durham nuggets. The Durham nuggets are actually used in some end-game recipes, but it's also mostly used in a lot of armors and also for goldsmith. So, high quality and normal quality have been decently sold the past 2 days. And speaking of Durham, we're going to go with the ores next. So again, oh, that's the ingots, the ores. So Durham on my server is really cheap, unfortunately, but the high qualities are expensive. They are, the ingots is what you use the Durham ore for, and I think some of the end game recipes do need Durham ingots as well, but it's mostly for leveling purposes. But again, they sold great the past 2 days. Hopefully on your server they're a lot more expensive than this. Next is the raw Imperial Jade. Again, before the 3-star stuff, these were pretty scarce because not too many people really cared to get these accessories. A lot of people skipped the raw Imperial Jade accessory stuff. But they're also pretty much used in endgame and also, I think, collectibles. So 15 hits, high quality is pretty decently priced. They've been selling all freaking day. That's quite amazing because the use of them has increased thanks to the 3-star stuff. So definitely start selling those suckers high quality. Again, these are also behind timed node. Next is the Molybdenum ore. This is going to be for your end gamers and also used for collectibles. For those yellow scripts. So there's the ores. Again, because it's an endgame item, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than other ores. So again, high quality seems to be decently priced, even though people do not know how to undercut in this game anymore. But as crafting got easier, high quality became less needed. So on my server, they haven't sold like the raw Imperial Jade, but they have been selling quite decently the past couple days. So they definitely want to stock up on these if you're doing collectibles. They're also used in, of course, the armors for 3 stars as well. Next is the raw Rhodonite. These are probably one of the most used gems in the 3-star stuff. Even though they're not as expensive as I thought they would be, they're still a good item to sell. And again, shockingly, they haven't sold that as many as I thought they would be. That's a little unfortunate. But it's one of the most used gems in 3-star items. Next, even though it has one use, the raw Almond. Basically, it's used for the one item in the carpenter list that actually is the best used for collectibles, and that's raw Almond. So basically, it's used for the Almond grinding wheel, which is actually used for yellow scripts. If you get it for the yellow scripts, you're pretty much are set to go with that. So these is where the big money is right here. So as you can see, a lot of people do buy these for the scripts if it is available, and if it's starred, forget about it. Like I said, because it's only for yellow scripts mostly, it sells kind of slow. But if you're a server, they go like hotcakes. More to you. Alright, next is the Dolman Iron Sand. There's a lot of hits, so they're not too expensive. High quality is all over the place. But they have sold decently the past 3 days, even though it's by one person. And I believe those are actually used in the Tamahagani ingots. That's why. I think it's pretty much for the level 66 stuff and above. Alright. Next is the Pallium Sand. Of course, these are going to be pretty expensive because these are to make the, unfortunately not on my server, the Pallium Sand is actually used to make the nuggets, which is used in a lot of the 3-star recipes. 24 hits on my server, high quality all over the damn place. Not as expensive as they should be. I think they deserve a little bit more love than that. Didn't sell too great today, but yesterday they pretty much have been selling like hotcakes. Also used in the Palladium ink as well, which is actually used in a lev quest. So that's why I'm a little bit disappointed that these sands are not exactly that expensive. Right? Next is the Meighan salt. Rock salt, actually. These are used in a crap ton of recipes, but especially, I believe, potions. Of course, these are behind a time node as well, out in the locks. A lot of hits on here, so these are all over the place. High quality, again, is all over the place, unfortunately. But they have been selling great for the past 2 days. If we quickly look in the Alchemist, there they are in the infusions. I believe it's pretty much in the infusions, which is grade 2, and also the grade 1s, and also a couple very minor crafting recipes for culinarian. Next is the Knightsteel ore. Alright, these suckers have shot up quite a lot since the past couple of days. So they definitely have been selling quite well. With only 21 hits on my server. And pretty much there's my example, example of all the selling them pretty much all yesterday. But definitely want to get your hands on these, especially if they're expensive. And there's also on a time nodes. Knightsteel ore, I believe it's 6 o'clock for Knightsteel ore. Next is going to be the Silvergrace, which is 8 o'clock for the time nodes. And again, these are pretty decent. These prices were a lot cheaper the last time I tried selling them. Just like the Knightsteel ore, they have been selling great yesterday. Not too much today. Again, depends on the day of the week. So definitely worth getting. If you're like me, I sell the normal quality and keep the high quality. And now for the, I guess you want to call them honorable mentions. If you are coming into Stormblood and pretty much want to make a little bit of cash, you can sell the Girabonian Lumen. So they're pretty cheap, but if your server has a lot of people doing leather worker, they actually can be quite expensive. High quality seems to be, as you see down here, pretty decent, but not too many people would care. So they mostly take normal quality. But they've been selling decently today. A little bit yesterday, and a little bit on the 10th, so it's a little bit scarce, but it's a good place to start. Next, we're going on the Girabonian stuff. Is going to also be the water, the mineral water. It's used in most culinarian stuffs. So if your server is not like mine, they'll be a little bit more expensive. But high quality seems to be flying off the shelves, even though they've been selling a little bit meh the past couple of days. It seems to be selling gangbusters high quality on mine, which is nice. Next, I want to mention is the diatomite. So as you can see here, diatomite is a little bit cheap. Actually, it's a lot cheaper a couple days ago, but they're all over the place for selling. But they actually are used in, I believe, grade 1 raceways. Yep, it's basically off of the raceways. So if your server is, you know, selling these well, go ahead and sell them. That's why it's an honorable mention, because it's pretty cheap on my server. But if your server can actually see the benefit of these things and see their quality, they actually be quite expensive. So basically, that is basically all the things that you guys can sell as a miner in Stormblood to make bank. Basically, it's the whole list of Stormblood. It's insane, because Stormblood is relevant, and because they're using a lot of these items and 3-star stuff, they will sell. So guys, if you're leveling up your miner, go nuts and enjoy the profits. So guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you found this useful. Any comments, questions, concerns you have, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out with any questions you might have. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood content. And as a reminder, make sure you hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button so you guys never miss an upload. So until next time guys, may you forever walk in the light of Lord Bahamut. Take care guys.